There we go. And we're recording. All is well. Okay. Hey, fourth period foundations. Today is Thursday, October 1st. And I'm going to go straight into what we're doing and what you need to be doing and how everything's going. So if you are with us now in the Zoom, that means you have found the Zoom link. For anybody that doesn't know, when you're not here on B weeks, every day, I put your Zoom link right here. So anytime you're at home virtually and you want to see what's going on live here, you can click this link. Also, as you can tell, I've now, until further notice, have put, I'm going to take this off because you're like way over there. Until further notice, no, I'll put it up and hold it down. There we go. Until further notice, your sketch assignments are going to be in this announcement section every day, so it's very easy to see. Today you are sketching like a jungle theme on a coffee mug. So you're going to take the concept of like a coffee mug and then create sort of jungle theme on it. You can be as creative as you want. Like obviously they took part of the jungle and with the trees and kind of made that the handle. You could make it like, you know, like a monkey's tail. You could do like this whole rainforest thing with like big, those big palm leaves. You could take the idea of like the rainforest and deforestation and, you know, how, you know, the rainforest used to be beautiful and lush and now it's, you know, being chopped all down. You could take like a political, activist stance on it. But how can you just take the concept of the jungle, things that are found in the jungle, vines and big, luscious, jungly flowers and things and animals. There's lots of just animals only found there. And that's your sketch for the day. You're just designing a coffee cup that has a jungle theme. And as you know, yesterday you had illustrate something you're scared of, and then the first day, Tuesday, it was illustrate your spirit animal. You are going to take all 3 of those sketches plus tomorrow's sketch and upload them right here tomorrow where it says under sketchbooks right here, week 6. I'm going to hide all this other stuff so you don't see it anymore. Week 6 right here, you're going to upload all 4 sketches from this week on your thing. It'll have submit over here. So you don't need to do anything but take pictures of your work tomorrow. This is your sketch assignment that you're going to upload here. I'm going to move to your assignments that you've been working on. Yesterday we did the drawing the ribbon. Today, October 1st. Yeah. Yesterday we did when you take a concept of a letter, here it is in your assignment, never slow loading up. I'm just gonna go to an example. I'm gonna show you an example from a student. Where did I put it? Yeah, right here. Here's an example. I didn't have it due yesterday. It's due today. I mean, obviously I'll take it until tomorrow, but this is like an example of a student. So all you had to do is take a letter, and then take the concept of that ribbon that you now know how to draw, and you are going to wrap it around, twist it. You can see that there's a twist here, there's a twist there, there's a twist there. You're just gonna make a nice presentation with a letter showing that you can wrap this ribbon around it or through it or over it. Everybody's been doing a really good job. I just wanted to show you a visual for that. You need to get that finished today, obviously by tomorrow. I don't want you to get confused with these 2 projects because you had that project yesterday, but you have a project today. I think I'm just gonna make them both due tomorrow just because I don't want people to think there's only one ribbon project. Today what you're going to do, if I could keep this organized, today what you're going to do, and this is also due tomorrow, but most of you work pretty efficiently. Most of you are really good at getting your work turned in. You're going to take the name, your name, and don't get worried because I've pretty much made it absolutely flawlessly easy for you. You're going to take your name and the letters in your name or someone's name, and you're going to write them in a ribbon format, and you are going to shade the ribbon. I would love for you to do this like in some sort of colored pencil. I'm trying to zoom in so I can show you where things overlap. Like, see right here in this lowercase d, it's darker on both sides where the ribbon overlaps. You already know how to shade it darker where it creases, but these are really, these are another little trick that will really make this look dimensional, is by shading in those little areas. But I have given you literally the entire alphabet. So you don't even have to draw them yourself. You can look at these, but I'm going to show you on the board how to draw them. They're very easy. I do want these in color. If you at all possible at home have color, if not, like, even if you didn't have color pencil with crayon, you still could color harder in those little areas where they compress. So you're going to write a word out, your name out, and that's your today's daily project. Excuse me, not daily sketch. It's a daily project. We're kind of wrapping our way up with the ribbons. I feel like I had saved, I don't know if I have or not. So I'm going to show you on the board. These sheets have uppercase and lowercase. Why do I do that every time? Oh my Lord. So you can look at, these sheets will help you with that. I don't necessarily think you need to look at these sheets. I'm going to show you how to do it on the board like the way we've been taught. But do pay attention to where, like up here in this B, this lowercase b, right there, where this is on top of that, it's a little bit darker. You can kind of squint and tell, like this one little ribbon that's going through this capital F, right here on either side of it is shaded a little bit darker because this one is on top of that. So that's just something to pay attention to. I'm going to draw on the board now. I'm going to turn the overhead off. Make sure nobody has any questions in there. How about you guys? Do you have any questions? No. Oh, I did want to show you one other thing. And I'm gonna let, if y'all want to try it in here, and those of you at home, you could try it this way also. There is, and keep in mind, in a minute, I'm going to show you on the board how to draw, just drawing your ribbons in letter form. But I did want to show you this. Yeah, I think it's this. Is it this? And obviously here in this classroom, we can try this. This is pretty cool. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen this, or it hasn't occurred to me to do this. If you have two pencils at home and you want to try it this way, I'm going to add this little website here, but all they've done is take two pencils and tape them together. And then they hold the pencils, kind of like, just hold the pencils, and they actually draw. So you've got two pencils drawing. So it's brilliant, y'all. It's brilliant. Look, it's got two pencils drawing. And so while you're drawing the top line, it's also drawing the bottom line. It's even drawing the little twist area. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I think we'll try it here in class. But this shows you how to do it. I think that's brilliant. So that's just another way to draw your name in a ribbon form. I'll add this to your what is it called? Your module, your assignment, as another example. And then, but right now I'm gonna show you on the board because you don't need any of that fancy stuff. You already know how to draw a ribbon, and I'm gonna show you how to apply that to work. But I am going to try that double tape thing. That seems a little interesting to me. As you can tell, I've been already drawing today some examples on the board with your name. If you can draw a line, you can turn that into a pencil. If you can draw a line, you can turn that into a ribbon, not pencil. I like to make up things. Okay, so let me pull you way up here so my home people can see. And then, which it's backwards when y'all are at home, isn't it? Or no, is it right? You see it right or you see it backwards at home? I know. I can't, like, I'm looking at it now and I feel like everybody at home, you see it right? Okay, so it must be backwards on my screen. That makes sense. Kind of like a camera. Okay, good. Because I'm like, that's not going to be helpful. Okay, so we all know how to, you know, we all started off like this, doing our first initial ribbons kind of like this, coming down with our vertical lines like this. When you start doing your letters, we kind of do these a little bit different, but let's just say I start off with a an N. Okay. When I'm on my paper, when I'm drawing on my paper, I like to do my N and then I like to turn my paper so the N is now vertical. Does that make sense? But since I'm on the board, I'm not going to do that. So instead of doing vertical lines, I need to come here and do horizontal lines everywhere it changes. Okay. Don't get confused because you already know how to do all this. So I'm just saying to make it here's my point. Like if I was doing it on paper right here, there's a great idea. Draw on some paper. If I was drawing on paper and I wanted to do an N, if I was drawing on paper and I wanted to do an N, I would draw it just like I did that one. And then I would turn my paper sideways. It's totally up to you, and then come down and do vertical lines. Does that make sense? Because I have taught y'all how to do it with vertical lines. But now if we're going from left to right, like when you're reading a word, you just have to do horizontal lines. So a lot of times when I get confused, I just turn it upside down. I turn it the opposite way, and I'm now still doing the exact same lines. Does that make sense? I think so. I hope so. Okay, so I did my capital M. Now I'm going to take, I'm just going to connect my points. So I'm going to take, you're just going to start off somewhere, and I'm going to take this point. Here, let me start here. I'm going to take this, let me start here. I'm going to take this point up to here. I'm going to follow this curve. It's not really a curve, it's a straight. All the way to here. Then I'm going to come from here down to here. I'm going to follow that curve. Here to here. Here to here. Here to here. Very, very easy. Then you're going to just erase your guidelines. So I'm going to erase this guideline right here. I'm going to erase this guideline right here. And then you're going to come back in and shade. This is pretty much exactly the way the sheet I gave you, the sheets with the examples. So some of you are really good at, you know, looking at those examples. Here's an L. Vertical, 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 vertical. See if I'm missing any more. Okay, so here I would go from here to here. Here, all the way up to here, following this. I know it looks tricky, y'all. Here, over to here, following this. So basically you're drawing a double line is really what you're doing. And then let's very quickly, while I have all of my Zoom people still there, let me grab 2 pencils and take them together because I'm very curious to see how that is going to turn out. Dun, dun, dun. Very, 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 very quickly. Because that might be my new thing these days. So like I started today looking at the images that I've given you, those references that I've given you, and I was looking at those references and drawing is my point. Like you can do it that way. I started off doing that. You can freehand it, draw it, and make your own lines, Or let's try typing this very, very quickly. Let's see what that does. I feel like you need fatter pencils, but maybe not. Let me find some tape. So if you have a couple of pencils at home, you might be able to take some masking tape. I'm gonna experiment with this right in front of your eyes. So if it's an epic fail, we will now know not to try it. Of course, I'm rushing it. Okay, so now let me just try this. I'm gonna get another piece of paper. I should have tried it with markers so everybody from in the back of the room could see. So here I am. I've taped two pencils together. We're gonna try this guy's technique. And I'm gonna do an L. I'm trying to draw large so y'all can see. Okay, wait. You gotta make sure your pencils are not moving. My pencils are still moving. Let me try that again. I did a rush job taping it, so it's my fault. And I'm drawing not on the table, not on the ground. I mean, I'm drawing above. Okay, let's try this again. It does work, y'all. It just doesn't work with me not being able to put pressure. Hold on, I'm gonna show you one more time. It works. It just doesn't work with me having to hold it up. I'll hold it up for y'all. I know your, what do you call it? The anticipation is killing you. Okay, I'm gonna try it one more time, not on the board, because on the board I wasn't able to like put pressure down. So let's try it now. Hold it like this. Okay, it works now. Okay, I'm gonna hold it up so everybody can see. See how it worked? So there's little tricks you can play with. You're writing your name or a name in a ribbon. I think you'll be fine also looking at those examples that I gave you. Or you can freehand draw your lines yourself. I am going to stop recording and help everybody in here. If you have any questions or need help, please call, email, live Zoom in, and tell me you need some help. Okay, so this and your other letter due tomorrow. I thought I had printed it out. Yeah, this right here. Remember this, what I just showed you? This one and your letter, your name in a ribbon is due tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna stop live recording and I will see y'all tomorrow. Don't forget your sketch assignment.